Hi everyone, and thank you for watching. It's a beautiful day out here. I'm out in the park. I have lovely surroundings everywhere. Beautiful trees, different species of trees. It's really nice. Look at this tree right here. I think it's really pretty. I don't know if you can see it. This tree right here. It's really nice. It's drooping the leaves. I don't know the species of it, but it's really nice. I love looking at it. But I'm just out here, getting energy, recharging, unlocking DNA, getting downloads. It's a really beautiful thing and a really underrated thing that a lot of people, sadly don't realize the potential in it, and the potential is tremendous. That's why I dedicate some videos to just talking about that sometimes, to just discuss how deep that by itself goes. Anyways, let's go on with the video. This video is about the missing link. So I'm going to talk about the missing link in this video, or the lack of a missing link, whether there's a missing link or not. And I'm going to talk about three very good theories. A couple of them are very popular theories regarding the missing link or the lack of a missing link. And one of the theories I'm going to talk about is not so popular, but I think that each of these theories provide some insight into this whole thing, no matter what you believe, because all of these theories that I'm going to talk about, they're very different from one another, and some of them are way out there, but they've survived for quite a while, so some people don't think that they're too out there to keep alive. But let's start the video by talking about what exactly is a missing link. A missing link is, when you study evolution of human beings, and you think about our origins and where we came from. That's one of those mysteries in life. Where did human beings come from, and what are we exactly? Are we of this earth? Did we just suddenly appear on earth? Did someone suddenly put us here, or something suddenly put us here, or did we evolve from something else? That's one of those heavy questions that we haven't answered definitively. And there's it's hotly debated. So what I'm going to talk about here, I'm going to give you three theories. The first theory is going to be, I'm going to break down, talk about Darwin. I think everybody knows about Darwin. It's very, very popular. And with Darwin, a lot of people all the way don't believe it. Some people are all the way in on it. It's hotly debated. And then the second theory that I'm going to talk about is a theory that's not quite that well known unless you're a follower of the person that made this theory. And the theory is from the great Dr. Jack Kruse. And his theory is that we did evolve from a lower creature and through evolution, but he's saying that there is no missing link, and that evolution sped up really fast, and the transition was really fast. So he's saying that it's like quick, fast evolution. So that probably sounds pretty wild, but stick around. I'm going to explain that to you, the details of it. And then the last theory that I'm going to talk about is the theory of alien intervention. I'm going to talk about the Anunnaki, that whole thing, and kind of go into that and give some different perspective on that. Actually, all of these theories that I'm going to talk about, I'm going to provide you some different perspectives. I'm not going to say the same things that you hear all the time. I hope I don't. But let's dive into the video. Now, let's lay down the foundation of the whole history of human beings, or the possible history of human beings. And I'm basing this information on what science has given us, and the powers that be have given us over my lifespan, and what I've learned and read. It's based, general knowledge of what I think I know. So they say that the oldest remains of ancient human beings, or possible primates that were related to human beings or descendants, they existed between 7 and 7 and 2 million years ago. So they have various skeletons and remains of these creatures. They don't even really know if they're human or not. They just know that they're similar to a human. So they're trying to piece this together as part of the puzzle and say, okay, this was a human evolving until they got to what we are today. And those are between 7 to 2 million years old. And then the next human remains that they have found that they think is human, but they don't really know, is I think it's called the Homo heidelgensis. I hope I'm not messing that up. The Homo heidelgensis. And its remains, they dated this to around 700,000 to 300,000 years ago. And the next remains that they found are pretty much modern human beings, us now, and they believe that we started around 200,000 years ago. So definitive proof that they believe is definitive proof is of us, our existence, modern human beings. They think it started around 200,000 years ago. They think that's definitive. Anything beyond that is just very speculative. So within this 200,000 years, we existed alongside other types of humans. For example, two well-known other human beings that we existed alongside are the Neanderthal man and the Denisovans. Those are two other species of human that we existed alongside. And the way that they know that we existed alongside them is because some of us still have the DNA of these other human beings. I think there were other human beings too, but those are two well-known ones that I know of: the Neanderthal and the Denisovans. And yeah, with like they noticed because of a lot of people now, humans now, they have up to 4% Neanderthal DNA. And I don't know the percent of what people have for Denisovans, but people still have this DNA in their existence, their body. So that's kind of the history of all that. And all the other types of humans, they kind of died out or became non-existent around 40,000 years ago. So us human beings that exist today as what we know as a human being, we've been here on our own for like the past 40,000 years. So that's I just laid the background down about all this. So now let's go into the theories of the missing link or lack of a missing link. So let's talk about what's his name? Darwin. Let's talk about Darwin first. Darwin, he believes, and I'm sorry if I skim through this too much and oversimplify it too much, but it's for the sake of the scope of the video. I apologize in advance. And if I go too far with it, just correct me in the comment section, or give us some extra information where we can learn from. So according to Darwin, Darwin believed that everything started from a very simple organism, and he thinks it started all in the ocean, and these simple organisms evolved to more and more complex organisms in order to move through their environment and to get energy. They became more and more complex, and they made modifications of how they developed based on the type of environment that they were moving in. They went from the ocean to land animals, and to climbing trees, to flying, and this type of thing. That's how his theory pretty much works in a nutshell. So if we follow the Darwinian theory with evolution, if we follow that, then they say that human beings evolved from a hominid or like a monkey or something like this. So they think that we came from something like a monkey. And with this whole theory, this is highly debated because a monkey, according to genetics and DNA, the information that they have today about that is that a monkey has 99% the DNA of a human. So a monkey is 99% human. So 1 more percent, a monkey will be a human. And if you have that information, you can kind of do a little quick research and learn that How long would it take theoretically for a 99% monkey creature to become 100% human? And they think that type of evolution would take a minimum of 2 million years to happen. And 2 million years is a really long time. And think about the timeline that I just gave you about these possibly human creatures and human creatures that they think is the, the chronological timeline of human development. It don't fit. There's not enough evidence at all to even substantiate that at all. So that's a real tough one to believe because two million years is very hard to fit in that 2 million years, and there's nothing discovered that resembles a hybrid between a human and a monkey or human and hominid that's definitive. So that's a real tough one to sell. So that's Darwin. So now let's talk about Dr. Jack Kruse's theory. Dr. Jack Kruse's theory, he says that there is no missing link, that we are the missing link. He said that genetics sped up just that fast at some point in history due to the environment and the conditions. So he's saying the right conditions, the right environment can speed up genetics dramatically. So what was he talking about? What type of conditions? Now he was referring to ice ages. He believes that ice ages are extinction level events. That means that a lot of creatures, a lot of people die, and when extinction level events happen, they cause genetics to rapidly speed up. Rapidly speed up. The more extinct things go, the more rapidly the genetics speed up. So he's saying that the humans back in those times, the ones that evolved and became humans, they were in the right place at the right time, and they had the right type of substance to speed the development of their brain, to speed brain development. And he thinks it's seafood. He says it's seafood. Seafood speeds up the development of the brain. And if you already got speeded up environment that speeds up the genetics according to his theory, then you can speed up the brain development, speed up all other different developments also that you would need in order to survive an extinction level event. So that's what he believes, and we've had many extinction. With ice ages happen around every 100,000 years, and they stick around for about 20,000 years, and we've had many different extinction level events. We've had many different ice ages for a very, very, very long time. We've had many different civilizations and societies. Human beings have died and come back, and we've had to start from scratch over and over so many times in history, and many of us arrogantly think that we are the best as it has gotten. We are as good as it can ever get. But there's probably have been some really advanced civilizations of creatures, humans, or whatever else lived on this earth prior to us that got destroyed, and something else replaced it. So it's real heavy stuff to understand, and it's debatable. So that's Jack Kruse's theory about speeded up genetics, and that's a very interesting one. I love this one, but it's a real hard one to believe also, even for myself. And the last one that I'm going to talk about, the last theory concerning the missing link, is the ancient alien theory, or the alien, not ancient alien. Well, yeah, it is ancient aliens, but alien intervention, the theory of alien intervention. And basically, I'm talking about the Anunnaki here. And with that whole theory, in a nutshell, some aliens from another planet, Nibiru, that it comes close to here every 3,600 years. We got I've made a video, some recent videos about astrological ages. Astrological age lasts around 2,000 years, And in each astrological age, there's a god or someone that's worshipped or revered, whether it's actually a real person or an entity or just some type of energy. But 6,000 years ago, which is where the information about Enki and Enlil, the Anunnaki originate, this it comes from the Sumerian texts. Sumerian texts are around 6,000 years old, and this is around the time of Gemini. And if you know about astrology, Gemini is the twins. It's duality. It's very communicative. It's intellectual energy. And during this time, Enki and Enlil were the prominent figures of this time, which I talked about in that video. And they, according to that the whole theory and the whole story, that myth, they genetically modified human beings, and they gave us things, and they took things away from us. And when I say they gave us things, around that time, human beings dramatically became more organized, more intelligent, more communicative. They were just a whole different type of creature. So basically, when I say a whole different type of creature, just think about right now. You are a human being, right? So think about how we act, and think about how everything happens, and compare that to an animal. And when I say animal, don't think of animals in any derogatory way that they're below us or anything like that, but just basically compare us to any other animal, and you'll kind of get what I'm saying with all of this. That is the difference. That is the difference between what happened when Enki and Enlil did the genetic modification of the human that existed before. And those humans, they weren't dumb or anything like this. They were just more animal-like. And when I say animal-like, again, that's not meant in any derogatory way. In some ways, they were better than us. And these humans that existed prior to the age of Gemini, they existed during the age of Cancer. Cancer is the age before Gemini. And during the age of Cancer, those human beings, they had a very strong connection to the earth. A lot of the stuff that we can't do now, they could do. For example, we don't know what to eat here on earth, so we have to be taught that. We don't know how to survive here on earth. We have to be taught that too. We can't communicate with the earth and when I say we can't communicate with the earth, here are a couple of examples of how other animals can communicate with the earth, and we can't really. And some examples are some birds and many other animals have abilities to communicate with the earth's magnetic field. They know how to navigate the whole earth. So basically, they have an entire map of the earth in their mind or in their body, or wherever they load their information. Human beings barely have the ability to do this. So what that means is, or what you can extrapolate from that, is that animals know if we're on a round earth or a flat earth or a hollow earth or a cube earth. We don't really know that. And I think if the whole genetic modification theory is true, this is by design. And because if we knew things like this, it would change a lot. It would allow us knowledge that could be dangerous to someone that genetically manipulated us initially just for control. And the whole purpose of that was to have us to be workers for them. If we follow that whole theory, we were supposed to be workers of them. And in order for us to be effective workers, certain things just wouldn't go over well. And what wouldn't go over well is a lot of our animal ways. Being able to know about have this strong connection with the earth, know when storms are coming, know about the earth's magnetic field, all those ways the animals can communicate with the earth. They know just what to do, they know just what to eat, just how to survive. And the other part of that theory is that our age span was capped at 120 years old. So under the most pristine conditions, a human's supposed to only be able to live to 120 years old. Supposedly we could live longer prior to that. I don't know that enough about that to elaborate or even back it up, but that's part of the story that I've seen as well, that I'm going to dig deeper in the future, because it's about longevity, and I think it's a cool thing to talk about and deep dive in. But yeah, this whole theory about alien intervention, my opinion on it, my belief on it is, I always say, whenever you have something that's extreme, the truth is usually somewhere in the middle. And like, as far as like a human coming from outer space, from some other planet, that's extremely hard to believe. If a human already being here in a place that we don't know about, that's kind of where my mind's at, and I'm exploring that concept, now as we speak, because I want to, speak on that later. And as far as yeah, so it's an alien, but it looks just like us. And I think they say they're bigger than us, but they look just like us. They're from another planet. Another planet has different physics, and they can come here and they can function just fine here. It's kind of out there and hard to believe. But that's one of the theories that we've gotten, and that we're expanding upon to this day. And I think to a great degree we're still understanding it, and a lot of it is symbolic, and we're just interpreting it wrong. So I'm gonna stop here with this whole video about the missing link, or a lack of a missing link. And this is a foundational video. I'm going to talk about more things that are related to this, on building the foundation, more so for myself, but also for other people that are interested. So I'm going to stop the video right here. I love and appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a super beautiful day, and I wish the best for all of you. Again, I love you. Y'all take care of yourselves. Bye.